Last question. This one is also about beat frequencies. We're talking about a piano, and a really good piano, you have two strings that you're hitting with the hammer instead of one, and you don't tune them to exactly the same note. You tune them ever so slightly apart so that the sound evolves over time. We're going to talk about that a little bit. And so let's say we got this piano and we want to tune it so that the period between the amount of time over which the sound evolves for the fundamental is 24 seconds. And I have a note here that that means the period of the beat frequency is twice that. All right? That's the period of the beat frequency is twice that. And we got a central tone of 572, 572.8 hertz. Okay, so I asked then, to what frequency do you tune the lower string? Now, if you can figure that out, you'll also know what tune you tune the upper string to, but let's talk about this for a little bit. All right, we're going to tune the beat. First, we need to find the beat frequency. Beat frequency. Well, we've got the period, so 1 over the period gives you the beat frequency, right? I mean, 0.0208 hertz, right? Not That's really low, but that's what it takes to have the sound evolve over 24 seconds, almost half a minute, right? But let's finish this problem first, and then we'll talk about this more. All right, so we know our central tone, and we know our beat frequency, right? And so when you look at the formulas, you've got 1/2 of F1 plus F2 is your central frequency, and you've got 1/2 of F1 minus F2 is your beat frequency. And so we're in the lower tone. So if you take the first equation, let me do this so that the tones are in order. All right, so we've got 1/2 of F1 plus F2 is our average, that is our tone we're hearing. And we got 1/2 of F1 minus F2 is our beat frequency. All right, so if I just take this formula and this formula, and I'm just going to subtract them, all right, then 1/2 of F1 minus 1/2 of F1 is 0, so F1 goes away. 1/2 of F2 minus the minus of F2 is just F2. And on the other side, we've got the average minus the beat. Right? And so I know that the low frequency, or F2 frequency, that I need is just going to be my central value I'm after minus the beat frequency, right? So it's very close to the central value, right? Okay, so something I want you to think about. That's for the fundamental. That's for the fundamental. And this means that for the harmonics, so we've got F low, F high, all right? F high is going to be the tone plus the beat frequency. Okay, this is our low frequency on the fundamental. This is our high frequency on the fundamental. And think about all the harmonics in this. So one harmonic is going to be twice this, right? So we're going to go up 1, copy that down. Whoop. All right, so now we've got these. This is up an octave, and that's going on the strings. That's up an octave. Let's look at the F beat there is 0.5 times this frequency minus that frequency. Okay. Oh, yes. I do need to put in the absolute value. All right. So that's a different period. All right. So as you go on, all right, and then the time over which that happens is half that. Right? And that's back to the slides where here the period of the beat frequency is from here to here, but what your ear is perceiving is this piece right here, which is half the period. All right, so let's go back over here and take a look at this. So you've got the fundamental evolving over 24 seconds, but an octave up, that harmonic is evolving over 12 seconds, right? And so this gives a high-end piano a richness to the sound as different pieces of harmonics evolve over different time periods. And you get this very rich evolution of the sound over time. Okay, that's it for this homework set. Good luck.